Before we start, if you want to know how to actually do this yourself, step by step, drop a comment below. If enough people ask, I will make that full guide video. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Now let's get into it. Imagine you're a crafter. You spent weeks leveling your profession. You invested your time, your gold, your materials. You open the auction house and someone is selling your items for half the price. You cut your price, they go lower, you hit your minimum, they're still lower. Who is this person and where are they getting all of this? This started a few weeks ago. Players in WoW Midnight began noticing something strange. Certain sellers were listing thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, of materials all at once. Not a few stacks, tens of thousands, every single day. Around the clock, prices were 30, sometimes 50% below market value. No regular player can do that. Not even the most dedicated farmer, not even someone who plays 12 hours a day. So the community started digging. The first theory was bots, classic answer. But bots usually farm out in the open world. This felt different. The second theory turned out to be far more interesting. Players started pointing at trial characters, free accounts, characters created with zero subscription, zero investment. And here is where things get really uncomfortable for Blizzard. It turns out trial characters can learn professions. To understand why that matters, you need to know about one specific system in Midnight. It's called concentration. Concentration is a resource that lets you craft high-quality items, even without perfect reagents. Sounds great. For one character, it's totally fine. But here's the thing, every single character has their own separate concentration pool, and that is exactly what players started exploiting. They call it the concentration army. Here's how the scheme works. You create dozens of characters. You give each one a profession. Each one builds up its own concentration pool. Then you sit down and craft on every single one of them, one after another. You send everything to your main character. You list it all on the auction house. One player, the production power of an entire crafting guild. And if some of those characters are free trial accounts, you're not even paying for a subscription. Now imagine the market absorbs 100,000 units of a material per day. Suddenly, 300,000 units hit the auction house, then 500,000. What happens next is exactly what you'd expect. Sellers start panicking. They drop their prices. Other sellers drop even lower. Within days, prices fall so far that crafting stops being profitable at all. The Blizzard forums are already flooded with complaints. Players saying professions are completely dead as a gold-making strategy. And now comes the most heated debate of all. Some players say this is a full exploit. The system is being abused in a way Blizzard never intended. People should be banned. Others push back and say there is no bug at all. Nobody is breaking any rules. Creating multiple characters is completely allowed. The problem isn't that someone found a hole in the code. The problem is that Blizzard built a system that completely falls apart the moment anyone scales it up. The community already has ideas for fixes. First, block trial characters from learning professions entirely. Simple, direct. It's the solution people mention the most. Second, limit how many alts from a single account can impact the shared economy. Third, redesign the concentration system so it doesn't scale this easily across dozens of characters. But Blizzard has said nothing. No statement, no acknowledgement, nothing. And the auction house keeps filling up. Every day, new listings, new volume records, new price floors. Is this a bug? An exploit? Or just a clever strategy that nobody bothered to close? Blizzard is going to have to answer that question. The only question is when. If you want to be here when they do, subscribe. And remember, drop a comment if you want the full guide on how to run this yourself. That video gets made if you ask for it.